This is the North Kent coast, and these desirable residences behind me have a view out over the Thames estuary. And along here we have a strip known as the South Swale Nature Reserve, and it's home to some really great species like marsh harriers and little terns. But it takes a lot of work to keep it this way. Humans do their bit, but they also employ another tireless guardian of the environment, Konik horses.
The Konik horse is the last descendant of the tarpan, an extinct European horse which used to roam free all over the continent. The breed is native to Poland and was first brought to Kent by the Wildwood Trust in 2002.
Tell me a bit more about the Koniks, Peter.
Well, the Konik is a wild horse. Now you can see on their legs, you see the stripes on some of their legs. That is what the tarpan looked like. It was like a brown zebra pattern. And that's some of the relic genes are still in there, where you can see that camouflage pattern. So these horses have got the last genes of the tarpan, and they can live just like wild animals.
But you like them because of the way they graze. Now we can see them eating behind us. You know, what is it they're doing that's so special and that's good for the wildlife?
Well, if we left this and didn't do anything, it would scrub up. You get scrub coming in, and the reed beds and the dikes would start drying out, and they would start losing their biological diversity. And it's the dynamic process of these munching away, keeping it all open, that keeps the rare wildlife all in there together.
But the herd here has now become too big. Today I'm taking on the role of cowboy to help Peter and his team separate some of the males.
What exactly are you trying to achieve by moving them around?
Right, at the moment we need to, if we can, separate the horses we're going to take. If we can do it here before we drive them all the way down to the corral system we've got, it'll be a lot easier. But these are colts, and they're starting to get an age where they're challenging their father for dominance of the herd, for the stallion, so they need to be brought off the system. We've got another beautiful nature reserve for them to go on and live.
So these colts are like the teenage horses, and they're getting a bit aggressive.
They're getting a bit argy-bargy, that's right. We need to go and follow these guys now, and we'll do some real horse herding.
Real wrangling. Okay.
Before the Koniks can be split up, all the horses must be herded into special pens.
Let them through the gate. Do you want me to just close the gate behind them?
Like our native Dartmoor and Exmoor breeds, these are wild animals and unused to human handling. The team eventually corral them into a small pen.
We've chased the horses all through the reserve, and they've corralled up here, and now we're going to have to separate the ones we want, which is the hard bit.
This is a dangerous job. A kick from any of them could prove fatal.
Just tell me, actually, before we get in there, what are the things you've got to be careful about with these horses?
Well, with horses, the biggest problem, if a horse turns to kick you, it's a behaviour that can happen, and that's when it can kill you. So that's a shot to the head can kill you stone dead. So you've got to be careful.
Watch the rear end, basically.
That's
if it turns
right.
around,
and don't be scared of pushing
backwards,
your hand onto the rear end or moving yourself very quickly away.
Separating the two males means we have to single them out and drive them into a narrow pen. Only then are the others allowed back out into the fields. Now we can concentrate on getting these two into a horse box. Things are going according to plan.
That's it. Giddy up.
But suddenly the horses panic.
Whoa.
Pinning two of the team against a fence.
Come on. That's it.
Before they're given a second chance to change their mind, the team manage to cut off their escape.
Yep. Mind your heads. Yeah, I think they've done it. They look quite wild-eyed in there, but I guess they haven't been in a horse box before.
The two horses are now driven a few miles away to be set free in their new home. But first they need to be castrated to stop them fighting and becoming a danger to any passers-by.
Oh, I've got to make sure they don't get out again.
Vet Jeremy Phillip is the man who's got the tough task of relieving them of their manhood.
Jeremy, you've got some pretty scary looking tools down there. Tell me a little bit what the plan is, the plan of attack.
The plan of attack. First thing is to try and put 2 darts into its bottom. Watching these horses here, they look very benign, don't they?
Yeah.
They're very relaxed. And as a breed, they're quite malleable to being pushed and herded. However, getting needles in them is another matter, because the needle goes in, horse jumps around. Okay?
Come to me with a needle and I'll soon back off as well.
You'll soon be out of the way, okay? Particularly if you know what's coming next.
Indeed.
With his preparations complete, Jeremy takes aim.
Well, at this range it wasn't the toughest shot in the world, but he got it cleanly in the rubs there.
The tranquilizers work quickly. But then the first horse makes a powerful escape attempt. It takes all of us to keep him under control.
Let him through. Okay, 1, 2, 3. The horse actually pushed the bolt right off the gate, the latch right off the post here. Slightly hairy moment.
Safely knocked out, Jeremy and his team can get to work.
Right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Take over.
It's an operation which, for 1 or 2 reasons, I find a bit painful to watch.
I'm actually quite glad I can't see the detail that's hidden behind the leg. Even the sight of those big pliers was bad enough.
The operation is over. Now the team clean him up and make sure the wound is well dressed.
They're just putting the injection in now, they've just done it to bring the horse round. Now it's quite important that we get out, because they can be as lively when they wake up and unpredictable as when they were going down in the first place.
It's a tense time as we wait for the horse to come round. With the first patient now back on his feet, Jeremy moves on to number 2.
Well, the second horse has gone down rather easier than the first. How do you feel today's gone overall?
Well, I think it's been pretty successful. We've managed to get the horses here without any major problems. It's all worked well. We've had some great people to help us. So pretty happy.
So what effect are you hoping the horses will have on this meadow here?
Well, the horses can breathe life back into this place. They're munching the grassland, taking away some of the scrub, can give lots of varieties of habitat for lots of rare animals.
So with the help of these horses, this place could become really hotching with wildlife.
Absolutely. There's a range of birds, insects, some grass snakes, some adders, all kinds of things can come back, reptiles, frogs, all that kind of stuff.
The Konik is in many ways the ultimate green machine, an environmentally sensitive way of restoring threatened landscapes. And the success of the herd here in Kent means we could soon be seeing a lot more of these magnificent creatures in the future.